Hi guys, Chart Guy Charlie doing another video. This time an analysis on JMIA. The stock is one that I'm definitely going to put on my watch list for Monday morning. I was watching it Friday and I noticed some signals that are showing that it's possibly going to reverse here soon. So we're going to get into that and see the reasons why I believe that a reversal could be coming and why it's going on my watch list for Monday. Okay, so we can see the stock has been in a long-term uptrend since about March of this year. It did a pretty big spike in volume and price in this area here and got to a top of 24. It pulled back, found some support here, and then did a 50% retracement. And then from that point, about 20 bucks, it's been in a downtrend, okay, but long-term uptrend. So that type of a stock tends to want to, at some point, put in a reversal when it gets quite oversold like this is, and sometimes that coincides with the 200-day moving average, which is right here, which is right about where it's at. You'd like to see it happen just a little above it, which is where it's at. So right away, that's a signal right there. We're going to talk about the signals that I'm seeing for a possible reversal, and that's number one. It's approaching its 200-day average. I don't like to put too much emphasis on moving average because you can break them a little. You can bounce off them before you get to them. I'm really more concerned with price action, volume, and trend line breaks. So we're going to look at that next and get rid of these lines for now and zoom in a little bit here. But we're going to stay on this daily chart. So you can see one thing obvious of recent days is the fact that it's gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. That's a lot. The stock is tired. The stock is tired of going down. It's a little oversold, quite a bit oversold possibly. And stocks that put in that many days of one direction are most likely to put in some type of reversal. Now, I'm not saying the stock's going to jump up to 24. I'm not even saying the stock's going to jump up to 18, but I'm looking for some type of a trend break, a possible reversal, an entry point, and then we have to see if that happens, if we can get into it, how far it's going to go, and we're just going to watch it as it's happening, if it occurs. So, as I said, approaching the 200-day, that would be my first signal. Second signal is the amount of days in a row that it's gone down. And you will notice that it's gone down on lower volume. You see right here, much lower volume than the up days, even this day. All these up days, strong volume. Of course, we have this day where it topped out. That's normal for that. But you can see lower volume selling. That's good. And so all good signs. And I'm expecting a green day here soon. Will it be Monday? Well, we don't know for sure. We could get one more down day to put it in this area close to the 200-day. I would suspect we'd find support there. But we're going to talk a little bit more about why I think Monday is a good possibility and more likely. And what we're going to hone in is on the trend line down, and specifically this day chart, this day candle. You'll see it's got a bottoming tail, and we're going to drill down and look at that day and talk about that. So we'll do that now. We'll go to a 5-day. You can see that trend line right there on the top, following it down, and we're going to just zoom right in on Friday here. So the bottoming tail I talked about is right here. That's significant. And why is that significant? Let me actually just zoom in that area before we go. That's a pretty good shot right there. Okay, so you'll notice the heavy selling here in the morning, and right here, this candle is pretty significant. In all the previous days, we haven't seen anything like that, and I can go back and show you. But in all the previous days of this downtrend of the 6 days, we didn't see that with that volume. This stock really found a bottom here at 957, and the buyers really, this candle was all red at one point, all red down to 957. That was a solid red candle, just like all these others. It was solid red, and it turned green to the point where it closed at the high during that time period that I have up here, which I believe is, I think it's no, let's see. I'll tell you in just a second. It's a 5 minute. So this is a 5 minute chart on the 5-day. So that's a 5 minute candle that went from all red to all green. It closed it at the top and then started another green candle. So you've got strong buying. People stepped up right there and said, there's just no way we're going to let that go any lower. This is too good of an opportunity right here. And it held all day. Now, granted, it didn't it didn't put in a new high. It didn't take out the high of the day. It did just move sideways. But it did hold this. And the one thing I want to make a note is when it did pull up to this point, it began to move sideways and started you can see I drew a trend line here. It held along it, was not able to break it all day until the last, I don't know, half an hour of the day, 15 minutes of the day. There you see a trend break, and I made a note of that on Webull, that it did break that trend line, which I think is somewhat significant. Is it a huge trend? No. Did it break this trend? No, but it is showing the beginnings of a possible break to the upside, and you'll see that after hours it held above that trend all after hours. So that would be my third, well, there's 4 signs. So we have the nearing the 200-day moving average. We have 6 red days in a row. We have this occurrence here with a strong bottoming candle. And we have the little break at the end of the day. So 4 signals converging here, joining together, showing that this could be the reversal that we're looking for on this stock. I just want to pan out before I end and show you that in all these previous days, there wasn't a bottoming candle like that anywhere in that downtrend. It was pretty much just straight down from 1496 there. You don't see much of a bottoming candle like that. You do see this V shape right here, but volume was not weak, and there was not a huge green volume spike of buyers. It was really just a small reversal on that day. A little bit of a spike here, but it neared the trend line there and just pulled right back. Same thing here. Found a little bit of support here, but this was weak, trying to come up. So nothing of strength in any of these. No real strength in any of these pivots. No real strength here. The sign of strength we really saw was right here, and I think that's significant. So what am I looking for on Monday? I'm looking to take this trend line out right here. That would be the most significant sign of a new uptrend on this stock. If that happens, we're going to definitely look for an entry on the stock. I may even look for an entry a little in this area just prior to that, with a stop around 980. I think the stock is buyable at 10, even 990 with a stop at 980. If it breaks 980, it's probably going to retest this area here, and if it breaks that, it's probably going to test the 200-day average. So we could have some downside. So just if you get into it, make sure you use a stop. Don't do anything dumb and get into a stock without a stop. Always use your trading plan. I say this on every video. Always use a trading plan. When you enter, have a stop in mind, a price in mind where you're going to have a stop, the risk that you intend to use, and have a profit target in mind where you intend to get out of the stock. Okay, so all that said, put this on your list. If you think it's worthy of it yourself, it's definitely going to be on mine. I'm going to watch it, and we're going to see if this thing puts in a reversal on Monday. Happy trading, everybody, and use your trading plan and stick with it.